Hey everybody, it's Kate with Crate Insider, and over the weekend there have been a lot of questions raised about valve springs and valve spring heights. I actually had a racer that was DQ'd over a valve spring height rule, and so really needed to dig a little bit further into that. I don't actually have height indicators in 10 plus years, have never tested the height of a valve spring, although we've rated tens of thousands of them. So I've decided to make a trip out here to Hendren Racing Engines, and we're going to talk to the guys out here and learn a little bit more about valve springs, and I hope you find this helpful. Hey everybody, so I'm here with Steve Hendren from Hendren Racing Engines, and I've apprised Steve of the situation of what's going on, these questions being asked about valve springs, and I'm bringing them to him. So Steve, in your time, is measuring valve spring height something that you've spent a lot of time doing over the years?
Absolutely not, because it's not anything that's controllable. They come all over the map from GM.
Okay, and what I've done here too is I brought out some brand new, these are brand spanking new boxes straight from GM. You can see they're sealed and everything, and I thought, well, I didn't have, what's the calipers, is this what these are called?
Just a set of calipers.
Okay.
These are digital calipers, decent quality, nothing super expensive.
Now a question on those, on calipers, do they need to be calibrated or anything, or are you going to find, is there a lot of difference
you're gonna have variances, but you know.
Okay.
So here's a brand new spring.
It is a brand new spring.
Oh, it's double wrapped.
I know. This is, yeah, they're double wrapped
for your safety.
Yeah. This is the new way they come in. So if you ever wonder why valve springs are expensive, the longest part of it, we have to unwrap them. All right. So let's talk about, well, tell me first of all, what is the size of the spring, and then go ahead and show that number to the camera here.
All right. So this is a brand new spring. You just watch her unwrap it on video. Right there. 2-inch 44 thousandths.
Okay, so now let's talk about where
free
this is free height. So free height means it's just like empty, and
yeah, which I think is what the guy got bounced on, was free height.
Right, because the specification. Let's talk about the specifications. Yeah. I mean, now we found that like right out of the box, we've got an illegal spring, but this is the engine specifications.
This is the engine specification from 2007. This is a 2007 book, right here, 2007. So free height, 2-inch 21 thousandths. There's no plus or minus tolerance, so I guess the GM's implying that if it's not 2-inch 21, if it's 2-inch 20 or 2-inch 22, it's illegal.
Okay.
Is what I'm assuming.
Now, now I'm also seeing from this, and now this is a little bit of a different version than what I saw. I saw the spec.
That's because it's the older one, and this is the new one.
Okay, well, and that we all know. So GM engines, they end in this is for a 602. Mm-hmm. This ends in a 602, but that's actually not the part number for this engine.
Anymore.
No. And what about this book here?
This book here, this is just listing it as a CT350, but that rule is still there, 2-inch 21.
Okay.
Or I don't know if you call it a rule per se. It's just what they're saying the free height is supposed to be.
Right.
But
it's like a spec.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, and one thing about GM is that they've certainly they changed suppliers.
This spring right here, illegal. According to what happened this last weekend.
Right. So I think why don't you and I.
We'll go through a couple. I mean, I think everybody's going to get our point.
Well, I mean, I don't know that there's a point. If there's some of these that are legal, that'd be great.
2-inch 42 thousandths.
Okay, so illegal.
Illegal.
And that was a big question, is Crate Insider selling illegal springs? And I don't purposely sell parts that aren't going to be to spec.
2-inch 48 thousandths.
Now, another question, Steve, being an engine builder, you've been an engine builder for your whole life. So is there a difference, like would there be a difference in testing
2-inch 40 thousandths? Well, 39 if I push.
Okay. If these are being tested at room temperature, which right now, I mean, we could look on my phone, it's probably 79, 80 degrees, would be my guess.
There's a good one. There's 2-inch 60.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's the...
We're going to put that right there.
That's a unicorn.
That might just be super awesome on the spring rater if we go to rate it.
Well, that's another thing we've got here, too, because that is what we do at Crate Insider, is we rate springs.
Right, 2-inch 41.
Okay.
So it's in that 2-inch 40 range. Still 20-something thousands over spec, according to the GM book and whoever the guy is that tossed the guy down at wherever that was.
Well, I mean, if I understand.
2-inch 56.
I don't think anybody's asked this question.
Well, I don't think anybody's asked this question, and I don't think, unless people deal with this shit all day long, that they know.
I mean, there's no reason to know. And there was
That's 56. That's pretty.
when I got. Well, no, this is the legal.
Yeah,
Is that legal?
no, that's very illegal. That's 2 inch 60.
Oh.
That's 2 inch 56.
Oh, so have we seen any that are legal yet?
No, none.
Okay.
2 inch 44.
Wow. Well, I mean, I just don't think that we were necessarily asking the right questions, and so
2 inch 35.
if we go through these, we're going to find out. And obviously,
41.
a big thank you for the folks who have raised these issues.
2 inch 47.
So anyway, if these were hot, like coming off an engine, would you think that would they expand? Would they be taller?
Well, I mean, metal expands as it gets heat, so it's potentially yes.
Now,
I mean, after they've been run, they could potentially shrink a little bit.
okay.
Because I can take probably this spring here that just measured 2 inch 42, take it out, put it in coil bind for 5 minutes, come back, and it's going to be 2 inch 30. Maybe,
Okay.
Or 2 inch 33 or something like that. It'll lose a little bit of height if you coil bind them, like you're supposed, technically supposed to.
Yeah, well, and of course I reached out to you obviously before coming out here. I didn't just spring this
2
on
inch,
you.
2 inch 39. Yeah.
And I believe you did try to put one on a coil bind.
I did.
And what did you
2
find?
inch 32.
What did you find when you did that?
It shrunk about 5 thousandths.
Okay. And then did it change the rating much?
I didn't honestly. Oh no, it did not change rating much.
Okay.
On that one.
I mean,
on that
'cause
particular one, I've seen it where it will.
Well, I mean, that's a question.
2 inch 34.
I got my new box here.
Well, let's not open like 3 boxes yet. I think everybody's going to get the point. I mean,
Okay.
we can open another box just and grab a rando out of there just to show that they're all different. 2 inch 42 is what that one was.
Okay, so those here
These are
are
on the 2 inch 40s. This one's about 2 inch 36 or.
so,
whatever it
but
was.
they're also beyond the spec though. They're
All
bigger
beyond the
than
spec.
all of them.
Yes.
Is there one spring here that's legal?
No.
Okay. And according to this
According
book.
to
According to
if you
this
go
book.
by the 2 inch 21 thousandths.
Okay. Now here's another just random spring for another brand new box. Double wrapped for our protection. And what do we got?
2 inch 39.
I mean, we haven't run
Now,
across one yet.
try a rando out of that and put it in
Okay.
the box.
Okay. Alrighty. And we're not saying anything about. I mean, this is just how things change. Is
2 inch 46.
this?
So
So
you've got,
let's talk about these changes, because this isn't anybody. This is not GM trying to gain performance. It's not doing anything like
No.
that. I mean, I remember several years back that these rule books all said, like with the beehives for the 604s, that you had to run the blue springs.
right.
Well, one day we get a shipment of springs, and I open up the boxes, and all of a sudden they're black, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, spring color like
The spring color is literally, instead of blue, it's now black. And I think you and I both picked up the phone. We started talking to Series to let them know, hey guys.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
The
these
blue-
springs are now, these are genuine GM springs.
The blue spring is not legit anymore.
Yeah, they're black now. And it was just because GM had either
Changed manufacturers.
Yeah, changed manufacturers and something like that. Now, interesting, we've got all these brand new springs. We've checked all these heights. Everybody's seen this.
Well, hang on.
Oh,
These are the 2 super tall ones.
the super tall ones.
I was
Ooh,
just
let's
gonna put
find
it on the
out.
Spring rater.
Okay.
Now, I just got this set randomly. I think it's halfway in the Traveler or something like that.
Well, and that's how we rate them at Crate
Which is how we
Insider
rate
too.
them. So that's measuring 140 pounds.
And
That's that super tall one. Let's take the super short one and see what it rates. 136.
okay, I mean, so that's within within 4 pounds.
It's
that's
plus or minus 4 pounds.
well, and when we
then-
rate them in my shop, they're about. We go halfway through the path of travel. Our numbers are in the 170s. It doesn't mean anything.
Here's-
But I don't want to mix up our new springs with
No,
your.
we're not going to do that.
With okay.
All right, this is just a box of shit.
Well, it's a box of parts that have come off of engines, correct?
Off of engines, correct. And these are like used 602 springs. So you can grab this random spring right here. Still got oil on it. 2 inch 36 thousandths.
So these are ones that have been run and
These have been run.
they're dead. I mean,
Well, that one measures 133 pounds.
okay,
So,
right,
grab another one.
okay.
Or you grab it. Just whatever.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I'm gonna. I mean, even though I'm so smart and I wore a white shirt today at your shop, but whatever. Oh, that doesn't even, that's not a 602 spring. Here's one.
There you go.
Like, I will even get my hands dirty for this.
2-inch 31.
2-inch 31.
So
we have yet to run across, and so far that was 2 springs from there. We've got another 18 here out of 20 springs. We're at a 0% legal rate.
Yes, correct.
At this point.
Going by that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now,
if you check these springs, you know, if we just took the time to check them at installed height and open height and all that, odds are they're going to be within spec.
Right. Well, and none of these are rating like off the charts. I know with your rater, your rate is going to be about like 140, and I haven't taken these back to my shop to see that. So what are some of your thoughts on this? You know, what's going on with these springs?
The spring manufacturer can't hold their tolerance. You know, there's another spec in this book too, if you look at. Excuse me. Wire diameter. It's supposed to be 177 thousandths.
Okay.
Right? So if you measure wire diameter, that one measures 176.
Okay, so that seems like it would be within...
Yeah, I mean, but it still says 177.
Yeah.
That one measures 175.
Okay. How can wire diameter be wrong?
176. Because it's just the inconsistency from the spring manufacturer. It's not like these are being produced, I don't think, by, you know, like a great spring manufacturer.
Well, I mean, these are 602 springs. I mean, these were never meant to go into like a Formula One car or anything. I mean, they do a good job for what they're designed to do. And you know, in the many conversations I've had with Bill Martins over the years, I think you've been on the other side of that camera a lot of times. And you know, GM's not trying to improve the crate engines because we want them to continue to be equal. I mean, that's what you do here as well. You're not, I mean, we all over here at Crate Insider, of course, we want to try to squeeze every little last bit of horsepower out of them that we possibly can, along with torque, but not in any kind of a nefarious way.
No.
So that was
100% by the rules.
Yeah, so it was really important. I'm glad we were able to do this, you know, scientific experiment, and you know, I've got a few more boxes.
It's not very
scientific. Take a look.
It's not very scientific. It's honestly something anyone can do.
Well, but
you can do it in your garage, and you're going to find the same results we just found.
Well, and that's a question: is, you know, is there different calibrations on this dial caliper thing or caliper?
It's going to be within plus or minus a few thousandths, I'm sure.
But it's not going to be the difference between right and wrong.
No, I mean, some guy's got a janky, you know, plastic pair or something. We're talking something totally different. But
okay. Anything else we should know, you know, before we, you know, make any kind of determination?
I don't know. I don't know. In my opinion, if guys are getting tossed out on spring overall free height, that needs to be addressed and that needs to be fixed immediately, if not sooner, because that's not fair at all.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing to toss somebody out over, especially if the spring checks within specs on a bench tester or whatever.
Yeah, and you would find that to be more accurate. Yeah. As well.
Absolutely.
Like the 80 pounds on the seat kind of install height, or
but
what
still, that's just, you know, you're still talking plus or minus 4 on the seat, plus or minus 8 on the, you know, open.
Okay.
But, you know, at some point common sense has to come into play here when it comes to teching stuff such as springs.
Right. And how,
you know, it's dead obvious. The illegal ones are dead obvious. That's not an illegal spring. We just watch this take it out of the box.
Right. How like, what would be a hallmark of a cheater spring?
Very consistent as far as
everything,
one spring to the next. Pressure wise is going to be a little bit different, or quite a bit different, depending on which cheater spring you end up buying. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's night and day.
Well, I want to thank you so much for taking the time with me today, Steve.
Absolutely.
And you know, taking a look at this. Obviously, this is something we're, you know, just going to put out. This is just information. This isn't about who's right, wrong, drama. We don't need any of that. This is just facts. It's using the tools we have available to us to test these things. And, you know, before you go to your next race, if you run a 602, you know, we never have any intention of selling. We're selling genuine GM springs here. So if you've gotten springs from us, please do us both a favor. Test the height of your springs. Well, thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you in another video.